Hello everyone, and welcome to our academic podcast discussion. My name is Naufal, and I am joined by my classmates Amaleen and Izzah. Wow. In this podcast, we'll be discussing about how academic discourse and different language learning theories can be applied to help Year 6 students in Malaysian primary schools learn English more effectively. As we know, English plays a very important role in global communication, education, and employment opportunities, right?
Yes.
However, many students learning English as a second language often struggle in Malaysian ELS2 classrooms. Teachers are increasingly encouraged to adopt interactive and communicative learning strategies rather than focusing only on memorization. According to Yaakob, Yunus and Hashim 2022, integrating global competence into Malaysian ELS education helps students develop communication skills, collaboration skills, and even critical thinking through interactive learning environments. This means students should not only learn grammar and vocabulary, but also learn how to communicate ideas, express opinions, and participate in discussions, which is where academic discourse becomes very important.
That's true.
Yes. And today we will explore what academic discourse means, how it can be applied in the classroom, and how different learning theories and teaching approaches can support English language learning for Year 6 pupils, right?
Yes.
So, Amaleen, could you start by explaining what academic discourse actually means in an ESL classroom?
Alright, thank you, Naufal. So, academic discourse refers to the structured way of using language in educational setting to share ideas, explain concepts, and participate in intellectual discussion. Like in a classroom environment, academic discourse includes activities like group discussion, like what we always did, classroom debates, presentation, collaborative problem solving, and also peer feedback. So, these activities will encourage the students to actively participate in learning instead of just listening to the teacher passively.
That is true, Amaleen.
Yeah. So, academic discourse is important because it helps students to develop communication skills, listening skills, and also confidence in expressing their ideas. For example, when students discuss a topic in groups, they must think about their ideas, right? So, they need to organize their thoughts and communicate them clearly to others so that the group members will understand what they want to say. So, research by Eddie Cullum and Yunus 2022 found that collaborative speaking activities significantly improve Malaysian ESL students' confidence and speaking ability because the students feel more comfortable interacting with their peers. In primary school classroom, this is especially helps better through interaction and participation rather than passive learning. Izzah, could you explain some of the examples of academic discourse activities that teachers can use with Year 6 students?
So yes, of course. So there are many ways examples that teacher can use for the Year 6 students. So teachers can implement several types of academic discourse activities in ESL classrooms to encourage these students to communicate better in English. So one common activity is group discussions, as you said. So in this activity, the teachers will divide the students into some groups, and then will given a topic to discuss. For example, students might discuss environmental issues such as reducing plastic waste or protecting wildlife. Another effective activity is classroom debates. In a debate, students are asked to support or oppose a certain idea. For example, they might debate about whether homework should be reduced for primary school or not. So that will be a very interesting topic that will caught their interest, right? So these activities will help students develop several important language skills, such as agreeing or disagreeing with ideas.
Like supporting their opinions.
Yes, expressing their opinions, their thought, and also supporting the arguments. And also, they will have the chances to ask questions, because some people might, embarrassed or shy to ask some questions. But through this, they will have the opportunity to do so. So through these interactions, students can practice using English in meaningful situations, rather than simply just memorizing vocabulary. So additionally, research by Ramalingam, Yunus and Hashim shows that combining interactive teaching with digital tools and blended learning strategies can further enhance student engagement and participation in ESL classroom. For example, students might discuss a topic in class and then continue the discussion through online learning in platform. So the lesson not only just in the classroom itself, but also continuously. So Naufal, perhaps we can now talk about what the learning theories that support these interactive activities.
Sure. One of the earliest learning theories in education is behaviorism. Do you guys know what is behaviorism?
No.
I think
I'm not familiar with it.
Not familiar with it?
Yes.
Let me explain. So, behaviorism focuses on learning through repetition, practice, and reinforcement. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Repetition. According to this theory, students develop language skills by repeating correct responses and receiving positive reinforcement from their teachers. In ESL classrooms, behaviorism technique can be used when students repeat vocabulary words, practice sentence patterns, perform pronunciation drills. Do you guys remember anything like that during your time in school?
Yes, the teacher always asks us to repeat the new word that we learn, because it helps us to easily memorize it.
For example, when learning new vocabulary, a teacher might ask students to repeat words, right?
Yeah.
Just like you said.
Yeah.
Very relatable.
Very relatable. Together or practice using them in sentences. Although behaviorism may seem traditional, it still plays a very vital role because repetition helps students develop basic language habits. However, modern ESL education also emphasizes communication and understanding, which is why other theories such as cognitivism and social constructivism are also important. So Amaleen, could you explain the role of cognitivism in language learning? Please.
Yes, I'd be really happy to explain that. So cognitivism focuses on how learners process information, think and understand the new knowledge. Do you guys get that?
Yes, I think so.
So unlike behaviorism, which focuses mainly on repetition, cognitivism emphasizes mental processes such as memory, understanding and problem solving. In an ESL classroom, teachers can apply cognitive learning strategies by encouraging students to analyze the language patterns, understand sentence structure, connect new vocabulary with prior knowledge, and also connect new vocabulary with prior knowledge.
So behaviorism and cognitivism means that behaviorism more on repetition and cognitivism is more on the student actually understanding the subject.
It's not just only remembering but also understanding.
Yes, that's true. So, for example, when the teacher is teaching grammar, teacher can guide the students to identify the patterns in sentences rather than simply memorizing the rules like what we did in
school.
Like my teacher used to teach us using SVO table.
I hope that's
Yeah. So this will help the students develop deeper understanding of how language works rather than just memorizing. So in addition, cognitive strategies such as mind maps, concept mapping, and problem solving activities can help the students to organize their information and also improve their comprehension. Research in language learning also shows that meaningful learning activities also help retain information more effectively than rote memorization.
rote.
Yeah, rote memorization. Izzah, another important learning theory is social constructivism, which is closely related in classroom interaction. Okay, right.
Yes. Okay, so what's about it? Okay,
You need to continue.
social constructivism is very relevant to academic discourse. So this theory, influenced by the work of Lev Vygotsky, yes, suggests that learning occurs through social interaction and collaboration with others. So in other words, students learn best when they communicate, share ideas, and work together. So yeah, it's like more about the interaction on how they acquire the language.
That's why it calls social constructivism.
Yeah, social. In ELS2 classroom, teachers can apply social constructivism through activities such as group discussions, like where the interaction can happen, and also peer teaching from one student to another student, and also collaborative projects. So all of these will involve the interaction and the students will have to communicate with each other. So these activities will allow students to learn from each other while also practicing language skills.
That's true.
So according to Curriculum and Yunus 2022, collaborative speaking tasks improve ESL learners' confidence because students will feel more comfortable discussing ideas with peers than speaking alone in front of the whole class. So this social interaction also allows students to learn new vocabulary and expressions from each other.
I got it now. So the difference between them, social constructivism is more on the social interaction between students.
Yes.
They can develop their English language skills and also their social skills, right?
Yes. So by learning from each other, then how they can learn better. So that's on social constructivism. Okay, so Naufal, perhaps we can now discuss some specific teaching and approaches that teachers can use in ESL classroom.
Of course. So let me start. One of the most widely used approaches in ESL teaching today is actually called communicative learning teaching, or CLT. Have you guys heard of it?
No, what is CLT?
CLT? Never heard of it?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yes.
So CLT is mainly used to help students develop communication competence, which means the ability to use the language effectively in real life situations.
I see.
Instead of focusing only on grammar exercises, teachers encourage students to participate in interactive activities such as role plays, interviews, and problem solving tasks. For example, a student might role play ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions. So this will help them actually use these role plays in real life situations.
That's brilliant.
Right.
Okay,
So
so
they can actually use it and understand the situation more, understand
better.
more better.
Yeah, more better.
So yes, as we know, so just like I said, these activities allow the students to practice speaking in realistic situations even better. Research by Wang, Zheng, and Zhao and Yin, 2025 shows that communicative language teaching significantly improves primary school students' speaking ability because it encourages active participation and real communication.
Yeah.
Amaleen, could you explain another useful approach for younger learners called total physical response?
Yes, absolutely. So total physical response, often known as TPR.
What is TPR?
So let's hear. It's particularly effective for young learners. In TPR activities, teachers give commands in English and students respond through physical action.
Ooh.
Okay, so for example, a teacher might say, stand up. Then the student need to stand up.
So they have to follow the instruction.
Yeah, other than that, like what teacher said, open your book. So the student will do so. And lastly, like touch the board. So students will perform this action, then it will help them to understand the meaning of the words through movement.
Actually, I still haven't understand it quite.
So this method makes the learning more interactive, right? And it will reduce anxiety because students are actively involved rather than just simply listening to the teacher. So TPR is especially effective for primary school learners because children often enjoy movement-based learning activities, right?
This reminds me of the game Simon Says.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It was like a very
Simon say clap your hand.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think these games also like challenge their like
Cognitive skills.
cognitive skills because they need to respond faster.
Yes.
And also like do the actions, but also need to understand what the teachers told them to do. So
Other than that, this will also help the students to more interact in the classroom and enjoy it more during the learning. Izzah, besides traditional teaching approaches, modern technology is also influencing ESL classroom.
yes.
What's your opinion about that?
I think I agree. In this like modern worlds, technology is very like crucial things, right?
Yes.
So, in recent years, many teachers have started using blended learning strategies. Do you know what is blended learning strategies?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a mix of like traditional
and also
technology.
Yes, it's a blended learning is a combined traditional classroom teaching and also with digital technology. So, for example, students might watch educational videos, like the content is not from the teacher itself, but teachers also can export from another source. Okay, for example, students might watch educational videos, complete interactive quizzes, and also participate in online discussions. So, according to Ramalingam, Yunus and Hashim 2022, blended learning can increase student engagement and motivation because it allows learners to interact with learning materials in different ways. So different approach of learning might get them more excited. So technology can also support academic discourse by enabling students to collaborate online. So I think the collaboration not just happen in the classroom, but they also can use different ways to collaborate.
Like using Canva.
Yes. So by that they can share ideas and participate in digital discussions. Even though that technologies are important, but there are also like some challenges that are faced and also existed in order for teachers teaching English to primary school students. So, do you know what is the challenges?
Let me think first.
I think there's a lot.
I think that we like know about it. We are knowledge.
Alright. I think I got one. So, one common challenge is that many students feel shy or lack confidence when speaking English, right?
Yes.
Have you guys have any classmates like that?
Or even you guys?
yourself?
Me myself.
So what do you feel when you were forced to talk in front of class maybe?
For me, my hand will shake.
Yeah. I think that is a universal experience.
Yeah, and I often like stutter when talking because I need to process the information.
I think the thing that is very hard is to generate ideas. Like
Ideas
faster.
spontaneously.
Yeah, because we think in BM but we need to speak in English.
That's very good. Thank you for sharing, Amaleen and also Izzah. just like you guys said, some students are afraid of making mistakes, especially in front of their classmates.
Yes.
That's true.
So, Amaleen, do you have any other challenges?
Yeah, another challenge is that the different proficiency level in the classroom. Some students may already be fluent in English, while others are still learning basic vocabulary. So, what should the teachers do? Teachers should use different teaching strategies and methods to support all learners differently.
Yes, I think I can relate with that because sometimes like there are like several classmates that like use English in home. So English is like not
their first language.
Yeah, they are familiar with English.
Okay, so another challenge that the teacher or school will face with the blended learning because it mix of technology and traditional. So we need to use internet devices like tablet or laptop. And also, most importantly, the internet access.
Yes, internet connection.
Yeah,
in
as we all know, in some areas like the
rural areas.
Yeah, the rural areas compared to the urban, the students might have less or little connection of the internet because
of environment education.
Yeah, so for example, like the schools in rural area in Sarawak, they might have no internet access at all, so the teacher have the problem to like share for example YouTube videos, play online games
with like different materials, right?
to make the learning more interactive, so the process cannot happen. So I think that is one of the challenges of this modern teaching approach.
And I think like in rural areas, even we want to make a phone call, also like they sometimes don't even have that electrical
opportunities.
Connection. That like even the electric is not really strong. So yeah, it is a very such a big challenges for the teachers in the rural areas to help all the students.
Talking about electricity, as we know, electricity costs money, right?
Yes.
Since students usually need a lot of money to learn, such as they need their gadgets, right? Their iPads, maybe their laptops. And since modern teaching strategies require most of that, students who are not in the financial situation that is struggling, they maybe will not have the opportunities that the other students that have money have, right?
Yes.
So that will definitely
affect
them in a negative way. So teachers should also try to incorporate more traditional learning strategies, in my opinion.
Like prepare, even though we learn to use the technology, but we also need to prepare
physical
in traditional way,
so that the students will not miss out.
Yes.
Okay, and then I think another challenges is maybe some teachers are like the experienced teachers, so like the
older one.
Yeah, the older ones that maybe
they are not maybe experienced in ICT.
Yeah, they're not equipped with that because like I think the like implementation of like ICT and so all is just like recent in the teacher training institute.
Yes.
I think with 10 years or 5 years.
So like they may be hard to adapt with it because they might like already comfortable with like their own teaching method. So for them to change or like become different might be hard on some ways.
Need a lot of effort.
Yes, it needs a lot of effort to them to become capable with the 21st century learning style.
And also with the existence of AI. Actually, it helps us a lot, but at the same time, there is also a lot of the
consequences.
Consequences.
Students like who know actually how to use AI, they might exploit the use of AI,
Oh,
right?
that's true.
So they're not actually learning, but they are using the advantage of AI to maybe do their homeworks or even fake their works, right? So the teachers don't even know. The teachers who are not experienced in ICT might not even know the students are actually using AI and not actually understanding the subject they are learning.
That's true. I also have seen it myself that the students just ask the AI to answer the quizzes for them and
that's
submit
dangerous.
it to the teacher.
Okay, so like what they acquire then? So they don't know what they learn.
I mean, that's very smart, but at the same
Yeah.
time,
But at the same
that's
time-
not very smart too.
Yes.
With all these challenges, there must be the strategies to overcome it, right?
Yes.
So, Izzah, can you tell us few strategies?
I think like one of the ways to overcome these challenges is by implementing the collaborative learning. So by using this collaborative learning method, it can help address these challenges because students can support each other during discussions and also group activities.
That's true.
So then the students will not have to
Struggle
alone. Okay. So research shows that collaborative learning improve both language proficiency and student motivation in ESL classrooms, based on what Adikalam and Yunus 2022 says.
Alright, thank you for sharing, Amaleen and Izzah. So to conclude, we have discussed how academic discourse and language learning theories can support English learning for year 6 ESL students, right?
Yes.
I think most of the theories that we can relate it.
Related.
Apply it in our class. So we already explored several learning theories such as behaviorism, constructivism, social constructivism, which help explain how students learning languages.
Yes, that's true. And we also discussed teaching approaches such as communicative language teaching, like you said. What?
CLT.
And also total physical response, right? And also blended learning, which help create interactive and also engaging learning environments for the students.
Yeah.
So, what can we summarize for today? So, by combining these approaches with academic discourse activities such as discussion, debates and collaborative tasks, teachers can help students develop stronger communication skills and confidence in using English. Thank you everyone. Thank you my classmates, and thank you guys for listening for today's podcast. So let's go for another day and see you guys tomorrow
That's
or
all from
later.
us.
Bye bye.
Bye.
That's all from
Thank you
us.
for watching.
Thank you for watching.